continue watching because we are about to do some Bondo work on this thing and get it looking as close to perfect as possible. So stay tuned. A few hours later, and I'm finally done sanding the wing and the rear balances. The wing, you can't really tell from here. Let me go ahead and show you guys. So you can't really tell by looking at it right now. It has a couple minor imperfections. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and throw some primer on this wing, find the imperfections, fill them up, sand them down again, and then primer the wing again just to make sure those imperfections are gone. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but pretty damn close to it. So, I mean, already I could feel it, and it's a lot better than what it was before. As far as these go, these are almost ready. I might need to hit this long piece again with some sandpaper. I'm probably going to hit this one again and that one. Hit all three of them, I guess, with some sandpaper, 600 grit, maybe some 800 grit, so that way it erases all the scratch marks. I mean, usually with the wrap, when you wrap a car, usually by using 220 grit, you're good. But I always tend to go to 360 or 400 grit just to make sure you don't see any of the lines. So tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and buy some primer and some Bondo. That way I hit it with the primer and see what spots still need work. And then go ahead and hit it with the light Bondo and cover up all the little imperfections that it has, all like the little pinholes that are left that I missed. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day and continue this tomorrow. So see you guys then. So the wing is all primered and ready. You guys didn't see, but I got like this putty at Pep Boys, and I used it to fill up a bunch of the pinholes on here. I sanded it down, and there's a couple pinholes left. Like, this is just a filler primer. I'm actually just going to sand it down, fill in all these imperfections with the putty and sand it down, and it's ready for a wrap. All right, so I made a lot of progress on this wing, and I'm really sorry I didn't record it. I was actually in a hurry, and once again, I did not have battery on my phone. So I ended up stopping by Pep Boys, and then I got this Bondo glaze and spot putty. What I did is I sanded down the whole wing and tried to get as many imperfections off as I could by sanding, and then I went ahead and threw some Bondo on there. After I threw the Bondo on there, I sanded it down once again and then filled up the pinholes with this putty right here. After I thought I had got most of the pinholes, I actually ended up primering the wing, and after the wing was primered, I was able to see the rest of the imperfections, and it wasn't actually that much. I just spread it out a little bit. Just like some deep scratches you could see on the primer, and then a bunch of pinholes that I couldn't see before the primer was on there. But now I got, hopefully, it looks like I went through the whole wing a couple of times, and it looks like I got all of the pinholes covered up already. So I'm just going to let that dry. Actually, I'm just going to let it dry overnight. I mean, you only need like 20 minutes to let it dry, but I've actually done a lot of work today. So what I'm going to do is just let it dry up, let it sit overnight, come back tomorrow, hit it with some 300, 400 grit sandpaper, and hopefully it should be ready to go after that. So I spent the last like 2-3 days, about 2-3 hours each day getting this thing ready, and I threw on a coat of the black primer, and as you can see, it is perfect now. That's just like a mark right there. So The wing is perfect and it's ready to go. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it with some light sandpaper. I'm probably gonna throw some more primer underneath the wing because it does not have any, so I need to go buy more primer. I ran out, so I'm gonna buy more primer. Hit the top again, hit the bottom, basically hit the whole wing, and then go ahead and sand it down with some 800 grit, and it's ready to wrap. Okay, so I ended up buying this self-etching primer, so I'm gonna go ahead and prime the wing, the rear balances. Go ahead, let that dry, sand it down, and we are finally done and ready for the wrap after like a week, after like a week's worth of work. I mean, I didn't work on it every day, but you get what I'm saying. The pieces are now completely painted, and I must say the wing came a long way and it looks amazing. I'll show you guys in just a second. So these are the side pieces of the 3-piece rear balances for the 240SX, and these are the 180SX replicas, I believe. They're fiberglass, so of course they're replicas. And I just wanted to show you guys, it actually came out pretty good. I just got to do a wet sand and they're ready to go. And this one had the hole right here, which I don't care too much to repair because you're really not going to see that. And I'm going to wrap over it, so I might just leave that covered up. I mean, over time it's going to crack and make a hole, but the wrap, I mean, it's going to crack and the hole is going to be visible again. But I'm not too worried about that, since you're really not going to be able to see that part since it goes like this. So now the wing is what I really wanted to show you guys. Do I have room in there? Yeah, let me bring it up. Okay, so little to no imperfections on the wing. As you guys could see, it had a million pinholes everywhere. It had cracks, it had this, it had everything on there, and now it's like completely smooth, and I'm really happy with the results. Now I just got to see how it fits on the car once I get the car back and go ahead and mount this thing on. I do need to get some like a weather sealer to put underneath the stand, so that way no water gets into the trunk area. And I also wanted to show you guys this piece right here. It came out really good. I'm really happy with the results. Once again, it's been like a long process, especially on the wing. These weren't too bad, but the wing was like terrible. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of hours just adding Bondo, sanding down, adding putty, sanding it down, adding more putty, sanding it down. It was just like a super hassle. And if you guys have the money and find the OEM one, just get the OEM one, save yourself the trouble, or just take it to a body shop and they will hook you up. Not in price wise, but in making the wing look good, getting rid of all the pinholes and cracks, etc. So yeah, I'm really happy with the results. And then if you guys are up for it, and if you guys have a 240 and want this wing and buy it from Duraflex, just know it's a lot of work, but it can be done. Okay, so after hours and hours and hours of sanding, bondoing, putty, yeah, you know, putting. So after all those hours of doing that and then primering and wet sanding. The pieces are finally done. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like a feeling of accomplishment when you spend hours and hours on something and it actually comes out right. Because there's plenty of times where I do something and it doesn't come out good and it just sucks. So a couple little pinholes here and there, but nothing the wrap can't handle. You probably won't even see this once the wrap is on. Either way, you won't see it. It's on the bottom of the car, so it doesn't really matter. And this one came out perfect. The rear balance centerpiece came out perfect. The wing came out amazing. The only imperfection with this wing is I feel a little bump right here, but that's nothing some sandpaper can't fix. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait for the car to get back, mount everything up into place, take everything off again. Once the car is ready to get wrapped, then I'll go ahead and wrap all of these pieces here. So everything came out pretty badass, and I'm really happy with the results. Thank you guys so much for watching. Can't wait to get these on the 240SX, or should I say 180SX. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys do not want to miss the next video. It's actually going to be on the steering wheel for the 240SX, and it's coming right up. So make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Once again, Ed Range, keep on rotating. Peace.